I'm just going to tell you now, guys, we're going to get some fireworks. We got no lineman doing some work here. And it's not just one, but he's the guy on this reel I'm going to kind of look at. And we'll point out a few others doing some good stuff. But the guy I want to point out is left guard Eddie Pierre-Louis. Now, I know there's a lot of debate, and I'm not really weighing in on who should be the starting left guard. I can understand either argument. I think both have validity. But it's hard for me to argue against that the offense showed a spark when he was out there. And I said it on the Game Day Rewind. There's something to be said for a guy just playing with this level of hostility and violence and aggression. He's not always in position. He gets sloppy with his feet. He makes mistakes. He 100% does. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to drive you crazy sometimes. But there are too many good things that seem to happen when he's on the field for me to just call it a coincidence. So we're going to start here with a little run. Just up the middle, Xavier Robinson kind of starting to find a rhythm. Eddie Pierre-Louis is the first guy I've seen do anything with big Xavier Harris here. Watch him turn him inside. Just flips him inside, and he's out of the play. That's a 7-yard run on first down. Take that every single snap. Flag ends up being a face mask because Jake Michael does a decent job here. Look at Jake Michael work up to the second level. He's on the linebacker. Gets him a few extra yards. Like there's some good work here being done by multiple guys. You've got Michael Fasusi here, turn Suntarine Perkins outside. Suntarine, I've heard it said 27 different ways. I know he's a big fan of the Monday Morning Idiot, so thought you played pretty well, Mr. Perkins. I apologize for saying your name wrong multiple times. We're going to do a little thing on Brian Foje afterwards. Guys, I saw some good stuff from him. I really like what I've seen so far. Derek Simmons better hurry back. Because if Ryan Foje grows, if that first game was just the start and he can grow from there, there's not going to be a job at right tackle for too many more weeks. Like that's a thing. We'll watch. But anyway, another thing. So, okay, let's get – it's this one. Okay, so this is – Mateer's going to scramble out to the right. Eddie Pierre-Louis here, again, right there. Just getting on a defender and look at him, just driving. Guys, I'm not telling you that is otherworldly. Look at Jaron Canick down there. That a boy, Jaron Canick, going and looking for blocks downfield, getting physical, running that guy off the field. That a boy. That's what you're looking for. And again, I thought look at Deion Burks up here up at the top. When he reads his quarterbacks running, not only does he get his hands on the guy, but he gets it. I'm going to get my body around. So watch him here. Turn it. Yep, that guy's dead. I don't care what he does. He's not running through Deion Burks in 2 steps. That's just smart football. That's a sign of guys starting to get it in the run game, starting to understand the job, the assignment, all that stuff. I mean, you've got, Fabechi gets beat inside here, yeah, he's the most veteran guy, and that's why I'm tough on him. He should just be better than that. That shouldn't be happening, I feel like, as often as it happens. Okay, so now we're going to speed forward here just a little bit. All right. Here is Xavier Robinson's touchdown run on 3rd and 7. First of all, love the confidence. Ben Arbuckle can feel, hey, something's starting to give here. They're starting to give up some run plays. And I talked about it in Under the Hood. I know Gabe and Deddy talked about it. This is a defense that fades because they just don't have the depth that we saw from them last year. So there was an opportunity, and I'm not saying he stuck with it, but this is a point. 3rd and 7, Ben Arbuckle normally would throw in this situation. A lot of OCs would. That's not pigeonholing him. That's a throwing down. But they run it here, and I love it. And again, look here. You've got Eddie Pierre-Louis here. He's on the double on the Eccles kid with Michael Fasusi. There's doubled right there. And watch Once he's done, I believe it's number 9 right here. Yep. Look at it. Eddie Pierre-Louis right here looking for work. Boom, goes and gets him. Boom, goes and gets number 30. That's what I'm like, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, that should be what's expected. That should be what they do. When we look at the great OU offensive lines of 2017, 18, 19, all those groups, even the early 2020s, they went looking for more work. I feel like this group is like, well, we covered, the job's done, blah, blah, blah. It's too passive. You're not seeing that with Eddie. He goes looking for work, and I'm wondering if maybe that can set a tone for everybody. Like, guys, go make mistakes at 100 miles an hour rather than at the line of scrimmage. And we're getting rolled up on, and no. Go be overly aggressive a couple times. See what happens. Maybe some magic. But yeah, so again, you've got Eddie Pierre-Louis. Michael Fasusi finishes that block well. He gets on another guy. He gets on 30 before Eddie comes and finishes it. Foj, nice job locked up there on the top side. Jake Michael, again, people are tough on Jake Michael, and I'm not saying he's a perfect player. He's not. But you give that kid an off season to add weight, get bigger, get stronger, really get with Jerry Schmidt and be a 315, 320-pound center, I think the math could change on him a lot. He's got to learn to play lower. There's stuff he's got to work on. But he's a good athlete. He's got length. He understands, positioning and the things that he's got to do. He's not afraid to muck it up with you a little bit. I like Jake Michael. He just got some things he's got to clear up and get better at. And if you've got him, Fasusi, Foj, and whoever your guards are if your guards are EPL and Ozida, okay, we can roll with that. Like that's a thing that you look at as an OC and think, yeah, we can do this. So I think there's a reason for belief for the first time in a while in the offensive line. Now we'll see. It's a little better test this weekend on the road, all that stuff. But there are signs that it's trending in the right direction. People, again, and this isn't even really supposed to be part of this breakdown, but people can bag on Arbuckle and the play calling. This is a good play call. This is set up beautifully. It's right where you want it to be. Throw it. Throw it now. Throw it now. Throw it now. He just waits too long and he's low. If he puts it where that ball's supposed to be put, that's OU's up 28-25, all the momentum in the world. And again, I'm not saying that changes the eventual outcome of the game, but it's better. It's better. And that's not a play calling problem. That's an execution problem. Now, who does that fall on? Of course, that falls on Ben Arbuckle. That's not just his offense, that's his position. So I get that. But that, again, I want to be clear, that's not a play calling problem.